Hello, welcome back to Spectacular Sports, and today I will be listing my top 15 NBA players of all time. Before we get started, thank you so much for the support in the last video. Here we go. So number 15, I have Dwayne Wade, a shooting guard who mostly played for the Heat, but also played for the Bulls and Cavs. I have him here because he's one of the best shooting guards of all time, and all three NBA Finals the Heat have won, he's been on the roster, and I think he's one of the best players of all time. So he's at 15. So at 14, I have Oscar Robertson, who played point guard for the Cincinnati Kings and the Milwaukee Bucks. He's one of the best point guards in the NBA in the early years. 13, I have Jerry West, who played point guard for the Lakers, and this is not going to be the only Laker on this list. He's really good. He was really good, and he's even the logo of the NBA. At number 12, I have Hakeem the Dream Olajuwon, who played center for mostly the Rockets, but also the Raptors, and I think he's here because he's one of the best defenders of all time. At number 11, I have Steph Curry, who played and still plays for the Warriors as a point guard. He's one of the best players of all time, with a lot of his rings, MVPs with the Warriors, and he's also the greatest shooter of all time. At number 10, I have Shaquille O'Neal, who played center for a lot of teams. They're the Magic, Lakers, Heat, Suns, Cavs, and Celtics. He's one of the best centers of all time with his very good athleticism in his prime, and he's just a very good player. So he gets the number 10 spot on my list. At number 9, I have Tim Duncan, who in my opinion is the best power forward of all time. He was the main part of the Spurs dynasty in the 2000s and early 2010s, and he's just one of the best NBA players of all time with his passing, scoring, defense. So yeah, he gets his way on this list at number 9. At number 8, I have Wilt Chameberlin, who played center for the Warriors, Sixers, and Lakers. The Warriors was like the Philadelphia Warriors. But anyway, I think he's one of the best NBA players of all time. He once had a supposed 100-point game, which I don't know if it's true or not, but he's still an all-time legend. So he's at number 8. At number 7, I have Bill Russell, who played center for the Celtics in the 60s. He has the most rings in NBA history, or at least tied with 11, and he was a major part of the Celtics dynasty in the 60s. But I think that he would be higher if he played in a different era, but it wasn't the hardest era in the 60s. But he's still one of the greatest players of all time, so I have him at number 7. At number 6, I have another Celtics legend, Larry Bird, who played small forward for them. He was the main part of their championship rings in the 1980s. And I just think Larry Bird is one of the best players of all time. At number 5, I have Larry Bird's rival, Magic Johnson, who played point guard for the Lakers in the 80s. I think Magic Johnson is the best point guard ever over Steph Curry with his playmaking and good scoring, good defense. And he won a lot of MVPs and rings with the Lakers, so I have him at number 5. At number 4, I have Kobe Bryant, who played shooting guard for the Lakers. Kobe Bryant played for the Lakers in the late 90s and mostly the 2000s. He won a lot of rings, won MVP, I'm pretty sure. And he just was the main part of their runs in like the 2000s and early 2010s. So yeah, Kobe Bryant is number 4 on my list. At number 3, I have Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, who played center for the Bucks and Lakers during the 70s and 80s. And I think that he's one of the best players of all time. And I keep on saying that, but he had the scoring record for a while before LeBron James beat it a couple months ago. And he's just one of the best players ever with his defense, playmaking, scoring. So yeah, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is number 3. At number 2, I have LeBron James, who played small forward, or still plays for the Cavs, Heat, and still plays for the Lakers. And I don't know why in the picture he's bald, but anyway, he played a lot of his early years in Cleveland. Then he got traded to Miami in his prime. He went back to Cleveland, and that's when the rivalry against the Warriors and Steph Curry started. And then a couple years ago, he got traded to the Lakers, which he's won a championship. So with all of his championships, MVPs, and the scoring record, LeBron James gets the second best NBA player of all time, in my opinion. And at number 1, I have Micheal Jordan, who played shooting guard for the Bulls and 1 or 2 years with the Wizards. Micheal Jordan is the GOAT of basketball, in my opinion. He won so much rings with the Bulls in the 90s, and he won a couple MVPs too. And then he retired 2 times, went back, won another ring, and then went back a second time, this time to the Wizards, and played decent there. And I think he's the best basketball player of all time. And yeah, Micheal Jordan at number 1. So yeah, that is my top 15 NBA players of all time. I hope you enjoyed and have a great rest of your day. Goodbye.